Listen, last time they were here, we were so impressed. We were such nice guys.
Loved them.
They're performing at the Fillmore tonight, standing room only, by the way. So we're excited to welcome them back to our studio. Please say hello to Conor, Dominic, Joe, and Philip of Nothing But Thieves.
Yeah!
This morning. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys once again.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us.
And listen, we know how it is for musicians this early in the morning. It's ridiculous. This is the opposite of when you're up and getting around.
Yeah.
And especially you, Conor, as a singer, and you have such a melodic voice, man, and you have a really high register. It's got to be you have to hate doing this.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, can you swear on this station?
No.
I won't then.
If it's some sort of cryptic...
I would not. I'm just going to say our bus is awful.
Is it?
That's all it is.
Your bus is awful?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I'm tired. It's all good.
There's been
We're having
some
a good
budget
time.
cuts on this tour. We're now trying to be a band that makes some money. This is a thing, apparently.
I'm just being honest.
So you decided you want a profit margin?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Which
It's an avant-garde approach.
Yes, it's a new concept for us.
But don't you remember the days you fantasized riding around in a tour bus and being out on the road?
It's so funny, like, all your mates, like, you're living the dream, you're on the tour bus, you're like, it's literally just like a cardboard box. Like, it is the least glamorous thing. Like,
It was built when I was born.
Oh,
really?
Jesus, yeah. Well, you remember that old Jackson Brown song about, on the tour bus, and it seems so romantic, and I've never heard any musician say it's anything else but a hellhole.
go and smell our crew and tell me that's romantic.
Right.
Wow, you guys have some big gigs coming up this year. You have Coachella. You're doing the Reading Festival. You're doing the Leeds Festival.
Yeah.
Have you played some of these events before?
We've done Reading and Leeds before. It's kind of
Okay.
one of our favourite festivals back home.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. You've not done Coachella though.
Yeah, it's the first time for us.
Now, Coachella it's a weird thing because it has a lot of gravitas. It's respected, but it also has a high douchebag factor that attends it. So it's got this split thing. But if the bill's solid, it still has. There's a lot of reverence for it. But
It's also beautiful too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been in the Coachella Valley, but I was there not for Coachella but for Old Cella. So it was Paul McCartney and
retirees.
the Who.
For
and-
retirees.
Yeah. No, it was Paul McCartney, the Who, Bob Dylan,
Oh, yeah, it
Pink
was
Floyd.
there.
Like it was awesome, but just that area with the Stones. Yes,
Neil Young as well.
the mountains in the background. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to play.
cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot like England. Yeah.
Yeah, very similar.
Very similar.
Who have you guys made friends with band-wise? Because we hear a lot about, not as much these days, but bands can get into rivalries and things like that. But there's also a lot of camaraderie, isn't there?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we've made a few friends.
Yeah,
Probably
I
you.
guess when you're on the road, like it's always funny at festivals because it's like one big party backstage. You've got a dressing room next to somebody else, so you just eventually get talking. But I'm trying to think of other Brits you may have had. We're good mates with Bastille. Do you know those guys?
Yeah.
I love those guys. Yeah.
Bastille. We bump into Royal Blood every now and then.
I was
as
going to
well.
mention them. Royal Blood have been
Yeah.
by here as well.
Yeah.
Their first appearance on the American radio was in this
Oh,
studio.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool guys, and they're obviously killing it over here. They've been out
Friends
with
with,
Queens of Stone Age, haven't they? Which is
Highly
insane.
suspect.
But you
I suspect.
I like those guys a lot
They're
as
good
well.
guys.
You bring up the festival shows. We have the Barbecue, which is a big festival that's coming up, and you see that because when you go backstage and everyone just sort of it is, I guess, for you guys in a way. It is close to like a party. I mean, you're performing, but you're also socializing with like-minded people.
Yeah, and it's just nice. Like it's just a cool environment. I think everyone's just is there for a good time, and it's cool to, like you say, catch up with people and you can share. So you're all in the same sort of boat and you all have the same lifestyles. So
Right.
You talk about sort of similar stuff and
Sure.
the same experiences.
There was an article, we talked about this on the air a couple of years ago, some guys that were in Westchester, they were English guys, and they were saying in America with an English accent, it is so easy to get laid that it is ridiculously easy. You don't even have to say that you're in the band.
Yeah, I think the accent thing is still like alive.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
It's a big...
It's weird. Like even if you just go order some food, like it's a talking point. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Well, listen, I went and grabbed Conor some, we say water here in Philadelphia, but I said, do you want something to drink? He said, yeah, I'll take some
Water.
Water. Mike, and I'm walking down the hall going, water. If I said water, I would get chicks. I would tell you know, even this thing right here, he said water.
I remember I was at a bar recently. It was one of our previous tours in the US, and I ordered a drink at the bar, and the barmaid was like, "Why are you putting on this accent?" Like, she was like, "It does not impress me."
Well,
I
there was
was
this.
like, "Oh, I got accused of not being British, and then I happened to have my passport in my pocket, so I sort of just."
That's hilarious. But there was a story of guys who were
Really?
going around who were
That's so
faking
bad.
Australian
Come on.
accents. That's cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it work in reverse? Does it work for Americans in England?
I think it's the opposite.
No, you're
Son of a
right.
bitch.
We've heard that as well. That it's a complete turn off.
No, it's less common to get you guys especially like in the middle of nowhere of the UK, like in London it's quite common to get Americans out and about.
Right.
But if you're just in a random city, then you'd be a bit like, why have you come to Grimsby?
What's your story?
Why are you in Basildon?
Yeah, we went to Ireland several years ago, and we were in Dublin, and we couldn't find anybody with a freaking Irish accent around there anywhere.
We're there to do a St. Patrick's Day broadcast in Dublin.
Yeah.
We're up in the there's like the Sky Bar,
Gravity Bar.
Gravity Bar at the Guinness Brewery. Half the people in there
No
are
one's gonna be
Spanish,
Irish, yeah.
and there's nobody from
Tourist Central,
all
isn't it?
tourists.
Yeah.
And then we went to a small town and had a great freaking time.
Yeah, it was
hanging out
great,
with
yeah.
the locals. Well, listen, you guys are all tuned up. You're ready to go. We would love to get a song for you from you tonight. By the way, Nothing But Thieves playing at the Fillmore's. It's a standing room only show. What a great room!
Yes.
and you guys are going to
It's
be
one of
there
my
with
favourite venues, actually.
AWOL Nation, and we'd love to hear. What are we gonna hear this morning?
We're going to play Sorry first.
All right, let's check it out. This is Nothing But Thieves on MMR.
You might kill me with desire. One better than no why. Something that you do to me. I run away like Mercury. And I know you think it's rough when you're trying to patch yourself. But I say, honey, what is love? You just say I drink too much. Maybe I'm effective, or maybe I'm not. I'm sorry, so sorry for what I've done. Maybe I'm bad-natured, or maybe I'm young. I'm sorry, so sorry for what I've done. T-shirt that I wear, pick the thorns out of my hair. I broke your heart so carelessly, but made the pieces part of me. And now it hurts when we become, 'cause you taught me how to love. Me, I taught you how to stop. And you just say I drink too much. Maybe I'm effective, or maybe I'm not. I'm sorry, so sorry for what I've done. Maybe I'm bad-natured, or maybe I'm young. I'm sorry, so sorry for what I've done. I'm ready for it.
Yes.
Wow. Sounded great.
Nothing But Thieves on 93.3 WMMR. That song, Sorry, by the way, in the version that you're hearing right now, I understand you guys have, the album is Broken Machine, but there's a deluxe edition, there's a standard deluxe edition, there's 4 more songs, and you've got an acoustic version of that song.
Yeah.
On that deluxe, do you like one better than the other? Do you like the plugged in? Do you like the acoustic? Because it's a really moody song, you know?
I think they both got their merits, really.
Yeah.
Different
they're
songs for
similar.
different needs.
What's that?
Different versions for different needs.
Okay.
But those are similar. I love the album, and Particles particularly is my favorite song. The piano version at the end of it.
Cool.
I was begging Bridget here to have you guys perform that song here today, but it's on a regular rotation on my iPhone. I listen to it at least once a day.
Well,
We think we were going to bring it in towards the end of the year in terms of
I
set
think we're
list,
going to try it, but there's a reason we don't play it.
Yeah.
Because I can't play it. So when we got
On piano.
When we got
Yeah.
to the studio, I tried to play the piano part, and I was so bad at it, I had to record my left hand first, my right hand second.
No
Seriously?
kidding.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
And even then, the piano part still gets like abused for being so bad. People are just like, this is a dreadful piano part. And I'm like, I'm trying, man.
Well, listen, the finished product
We fooled
is
everyone.
amazing. No, I don't care. I don't care if you did it one key at a time.
Yeah.
The end product is just a beautiful, beautiful song.
He saved it by wailing over it.
Anybody
one word
can
at
be
a
a
time, I did.
musician. All you have to do is go in and record it any way that you want, and then you can have a song too.
Yeah.
I remember hearing an interview. It might have been with Eddie Van Halen or something like that. Was talking about they went into the song, and they went in the studio and they write these songs, and they had these backup vocal parts. Well, they did the music, they did the main vocals, and then they added the backup vocals. And they were about to go on tour. Eddie realized that he couldn't sing and play the backup vocal part at the same time. He's like, "Dear, I never rehearsed this.
Yeah.
I never tried this, and I can't figure out how to do it." So you kind of you got to be conscious of that when you're in the studio, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, we do always try and apart from that song.
Apart from that
what we can do in the studio, we do live, you know.
We kind of have a figure it out later attitude. Like
Yeah.
if it sounds
Like,
good in the
we'll do it
studio,
on the
we'll
night.
figure it out. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
it'll
do it
work,
on the
yeah.
night.
Do it on the night.
But you did on the night of the performance.
Yeah, we'll do it live.
You did some cool things, though, after the album was released on your Vivo account and ended up on YouTube, where you did strip some of your songs down, which was like a nice treat, I think, to anybody that's a fan of the band. Obviously, I love the studio version of things, but I always like to hear alternative versions of the songs that I like.
Yeah, it's cool. It lets the song breathe a bit. I think sometimes when you're in the studio, there's a lot of tricks you can do to it and production tricks, and it's nice to hear it in a sort of pure form.
It's funny because sometimes there are a song is great on its album version, but you end up like I think Jane says, Jane's Addiction. The live version is not as good as the album version. Usually the live version just has a little element to it that you expect to be there.
Well, I like that about our shows. We get kind of mixed feedback in terms of we prefer the live shows to the album, we prefer the album to live shows, and I kind of like that there's this kind of, I don't know, the live shows...
A debate.
But it's kind of offers a different side of what we can do. I don't think you can always capture that in a studio recording. I think they're two kind of different beasts, but...
Yeah.
I think we just try and make our live shows just as exciting as possible.
Well, and that's right now the state of the industry, the state of the music industry is performance focused.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be the other way around, and now the recorded stuff supports the concerts.
Well, there's nothing worse than going to a gig and being sort of underwhelmed or hearing that the singer can't do what they've done on the record.
Right,
It's been
right.
auto-tune or a million takes done or a load of tricks. So we try and sort of do what we've done on the album, I guess.
Dominic, I have to ask, does anybody ever mistake you for Russell Brand?
I was just about to say, when you were talking earlier, he takes great pride in that.
Your voice is similar to his, and you have a slight bit of an appearance of him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the way I talk.
Yeah?
Lothario.
I don't know what it is.
Where's he from? I mean, I know he's from
our
England.
area.
He's
From Grays,
He's
isn't
from
he?
Grays, yeah.
Grays.
It's literally like 20 minutes down the road.
Grays is as bad as it sounds, by the way.
Oh, really? Grays?
Grays.
Yeah.
Well, so my friend is from Manchester, and I was with her last night, and I was telling her that you guys were coming in, and she wanted to know where you were from, and I said, well, I would say Essex.
Yeah,
Okay.
Essex
And
is
she's
good.
like, oh, that's like the Jersey Shore of England.
Yeah, pretty much.
She said
Is
it's
it?
all like fake tans
Yeah.
and
Really?
Yeah.
It's really quite embarrassing. Really.
Just awful. I'm proud of that, but
well, have you in fact yourself got a chance to feel up Katy Perry or no?
No, not as of yet.
Okay,
but
you're young.
Yeah, I mean, the Russell Brand thing's funny because I sound like him, but there's no wit or intellect or any kind of it's just absolute nonsense, like drivel.
I hear he's a mean piano player too. From over here.
He can actually play. it. Yeah.
Nice. All right, can we get one more song out of you guys?
Sure.
All right, what are we going to hear this time, Conor?
Oh, we're going to do a classic.
Yeah.
Play Trip Switch.
Awesome. All right, excellent. This is Nothing But Thieves on MMR.
All right.
Shoulders with someone no lovers, making ways through the universe. Star Wars with anonymous brothers. Trip, switch, make a wish on a count of 3. Push the button, I'm above VIP. Sending signals as I down the trip. Get my love in a digital baggage. Trip, switch. What we do when the power's off, do we do and let's go? What we do when the power's off, do we do and let's go? Down, 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 down. Give me dinner 'cause I need it. How our love stratospheric numbs. Information I be craving there. Give me yours and give me all the others. Switch. What we do when the power's off, do we do when the lights go? What we do when the power's off, do we do when the lights go? Down, 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 down.
That's some heavy vocal demand.
Nothing But Thieves on 93.3 WMMR. Yeah, I was wondering about, Conor and the way you sing, and it's very expressive, and you go up into these falsettos and you use this beautiful vibrato and everything. How old were you when you started experimenting vocally like that? Because, as kids, they, old MacDonald had a farm. Yeah. Was that you?
That's the funniest thing. I don't know. I've got a fairly musical family. My dad's a really good singer and did a lot of kind of bluesy gospel stuff as a kid. He did growing up. So I kind of.
It probably comes to you the first time you zip your nuts up, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I remember seeing, Steve, we saw a video of that Amy Winehouse documentary, and here she is, 12, 13 years old, and she's singing Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
And everybody's going, Happy Birthday to you, and she's She's all over the place, just branching out vocally.
Yeah.
And she just had it.
She had it, yeah.
You know, and I assume you had it at an early age too, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's just ingrained in me.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, just push myself and progress, and yeah.
There are some
doing that.
some bands that I like that they come from musical families, and every now and again their father will come out and perform with them. Does that ever happen with you guys?
Oh my God. No. As much as he'd like that and take when we went on a family holiday once, there was a Freddie Mercury impersonator. I never told you this.
Freddie Mercury impersonator?
My dad, and they asked someone in the audience to come and do like a sing off. And my dad beat him. Really? And I was like, oh wow, I was really impressed as a kid. Yeah, he like held a note longer than this impersonator could do. I was like, wow,
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
that is awesome.
I was impressed.
Well, we thank you guys for coming by again this morning. You're welcome here anytime. And a reminder that the gig with Nothing But Thieves is tonight at the Fillmore, 8 o'clock show. AWOL Nation and Iron Tom are going to be performing as well, but it's standing room only. So obviously, you guys are doing great, and congratulations. I know you're touring, working really hard. Keep it up, and
Thanks,
we appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Thank you so much.
You got it. Nothing But Thieves, guys. Great band. Fantastic. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a second. Stay with us.